had to do a bunch of chores that I haven't been able to do. And then they were like catching up. They're like, okay, its deadline is like tomorrow or day after tomorrow or something. I'm like, so I slept at like 5 a.m. and then I woke up at like 8-ish.
See, how streaming is like another level. It's crazy.
Robot.
I'm good. I actually took a like 6-month break, like
6 months break?
it's opposite of you. Like you were streaming crazy, I was like taking a break.
That's good. Breaking is good though.
Yeah, so I was taking a break from streaming, so I'm just back.
That was cute. That's kawaii. We're gonna get knighted.
What is this?
Make way for your lord in grass!
Can you knight me? Wow!
You are too frightened to be knighted,
I didn't get frightened at all.
but I will let you touch grass.
Oh, grass?
Yes.
Thank
Feel
you.
blessed by grass.
Grass.
Make way!
Oh my god, I am your biggest fan! Oh no! Can I take a picture with you?
I don't know. Yes, it's me.
Can I take a picture? Can you sign my bed? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's
I know. A lot of people usually are.
literally shaking. Literally shaking, by the way. Oh my god. How have you been, dude?
I'm good.
Okay, awesome. There are actually people waiting. No, so I'm not
Yeah,
we're
there's a
not-
line.
Yeah, we're not gonna take up too much time, but yeah, where are you heading to?
I don't know. I literally just walked in.
Okay. So do your thing and then I'll sign you. Yeah. Okay.
Red carpet moment.
Okay, chat. It has been a great year so far. I will try my best to bring more amazing content. There you go. Yeah, wow. This is also for you. Oh, a little bit. Thank you so much.
Yay.
No worries at all. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Yes. Woo! My son! Is this your son? Oh, is this yours? Yes, this is my son, Abba.
Actual real son.
And then mother and
This
son.
is the lady I've been. This is my.
Oh, wait. Are you
Hi,
Ruben?
my name is Ruben.
Nice to meet you.
You have been taking over my boyfriend.
Yeah,
Past
you've
like
been
2
doing that.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been missing him, but
Yeah?
yeah, you took care of him, didn't you?
Yeah. Your boyfriend is very handful.
He's handful.
Yeah.
He is a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, he is.
Can I be adopted to you as well? Or
Do you wanna?
what is the process?
Well, I think the process of being adopted is like you just have to be completely clueless about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I mean like, oh, like I need to take care of this person.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
Whatever has been going on like in this area, you have to like completely shut it off.
Oh, okay. So I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, like this.
it might be he turns off like his brain around me.
What is that? Yeah. How do you do it? I don't like to show you because it's just, you know.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I want to go around and then say hi to more people.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you
around. See you around.
See you guys.
Okay. Take good care of my son. I approve.
Yo.
Yo, you were still wearing the same thing like 5 years ago. And
I think-
Okay, I'm wearing like super different stuff.
Every
They're like,
no changes.
I mean, it smells fresh.
Because I was. Here's the thing, I wear the same every time I go to a convention. I try and wear the same, bring the same clothes to wear them. So people get, you know what I mean. So people take a picture with me and I'm always wearing the same like t-shirt. Yeah.
I mean, the convention is the only time for me to wear something that is like
Bagman is a reference to Bogman.
Like hobo.
Yeah.
Conventions are like dressed like a hobo.
Oh, for you.
That's what I think.
You also think me. Yeah. US, yeah,
Yeah,
LA.
that's not much.
LA.
It's starting, you know.
I used to live in California for a bit.
Really?
Like I wanted to reach out
How
to
long?
like uni was
Like
yeah.
6 years.
I wanted to
That's a
change
good
contact.
amount. But now you're back in Seoul?
But
No, I'm nomad. I'm
She's homeless.
I'm nomad. Where does Aspen find these cute girls always, or do they find him? Guys, you have to be paladin, Jed. And like somehow paladin attracts cuties. Well, cutie. Do you have?
I have an aura.
What aura? Same clothes aura?
Retribution aura.
Yeah, actually, you can smell the aura.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's more like, it never smells, but it's more like, you know, when you watch an anime or something and the anime character wears literally the same clothes all the time.
Yeah.
And then they sometimes show their closet and then they have like the same clothes like, in the closet. So it's kind of like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is like what? My 8th TwitchCon chat? How long has it been? Every year I do have fun by simply just like meeting community people from the community and then streamers and then people who will watch my stream and say like, Cindy, I enjoy your stream and everything. That's just like, it's such a wholesome experience. So I love it. TwitchCon! 10 years!
Is women and Greek goddesses in archetypal psychology. So there are actually three things here, right? So the women that we're talking about in general in our lives, and then Greek goddesses. So I will be talking about 7 major Greek goddesses in this particular video. And how I would relate the Greek goddesses with women would be through archetypal psychology. Okay, so that's basically the briefing of how this entire lecture is gonna go about. Now, so what would we be getting from exploring, you know, this topic, this discussion, is that through understanding the archetypal psychology behind the relation of women to Greek goddesses as archetypes, we would come to a much better understanding when it comes to like, why would women behave in such ways? Or why would they think in such ways? Or like, why are women similar in certain ways? Because they are actually archetypal psychology. That is why there are certain behavioral patterns that we would see in women, such as in wives, in lovers, in certain ways that they communicate when with their children or with their husbands. Okay, so there are different behavioral patterns that we can spot, we can recognize and acknowledge, and from there we would become more understanding. You know, we would then become more compassionate in a way, because compassion is basically understanding of something, you know, about something or about someone. There comes compassion. That is essentially compassion. So through understanding this archetypal psychology behind the relation of women to Greek goddesses, so we're basically seeing from 3 perspectives, okay, like the intersection of these 3 subjects, women, Greek goddesses, and archetypal psychology, we would then come into forming a bigger picture of seeing the entire scenario. Okay, and then that would be you taking your own insights from this explorative discussion and topic. All right, so leave comments below if you happen to have any kind of inspired insights. So yeah, let's begin. Now, I will have this lecture divided into three parts. So the first part would be about three goddesses, Greek goddesses. The second part would be another three, and then the last one, the third part would be in Aphrodite. Okay, the beautiful, the goddess of love. All right. So the first three would be, now we're in the part one. Part one is Hera, Demeter, and Persephone. Okay, now in part two, it would be Athena, Artemis, and Hestia. So now we're gonna first talk about part one. And there is a reason that I put it into part one, part two, part three, because what I'm speaking on is not just about theoretically speaking, not just theories, but also my own personal experience when it comes to such, including observation of other women, as well as how I experience within myself as a woman. So there were times that I would have certain integrations of these archetypes within myself, and I would come into realization about myself as a woman because of the archetypes that I embody. And through that, I also see into how other women behave. And that's where, that's how I generate this kind of understandings. And that's what I'm sharing here. Okay, so now let's start with Hera, Demeter, and Persephone. The reason I put these three into part one, as in categorizing them into part one, is because this is actually, this category of women or archetype, let's put it this way, is the archetype, they are the archetypes that are very earth plane based. Hera is the archetype that represents the wife. Hera is the archetype that represents the wife, okay, like wifey material, wife. Demeter is the archetype that represents the mother, like mother, your mother, my mother, his mother, her mother, okay? Persephone is the little girl. But there's something interesting about her though, okay? But we're gonna talk about it. So Persephone, if we put it into more of a psychology, like modern psychology way of seeing it, is the inner child of a woman. So it's a girl, a little girl, okay? Persephone is the daughter of Demeter. Demeter is the mother. There's the mother, okay, the second one. So they are, mother and daughter. And for Hera, she is the wife of Zeus. Zeus, one of the three major Greek gods in Greek mythology, right? Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. All right? Now, so Persephone, the little girl, Persephone's husband is Hades. All right? So Demeter's husband is Zeus. Not necessarily it is not that like it's her husband, but Persephone is basically Zeus' daughter. So Demeter has a child with Zeus and there comes Persephone. All right. Now it does sound very chaotic, the relationships, okay, but we're not looking at their relationships, because what they're actually representing is not really about their relationships or like dramas. No, we're looking at what each of the goddess is representing when it comes to archetypes and archetypal psychology. So let's start with Hera. Hera as a wife. Now, for every kind of archetype, not even just for Hera, for every kind of archetype, they have a the positive aspect of it and also the negative aspect of it. So when I speak about the positive, it would be the positive attributes. Okay. Now, when it comes to the negative, it would be the shadow side of the archetype. For Hera, her positive attributes would be a very loyal wife that she only has her eyes on Zeus. She is also very protective of her children. Okay, so basically she's quite a wifey material in a way. However, the shadow side of Hera is jealousy, passive aggressiveness, and also aggression as well. Okay, so the story, there are many stories about Hera and Zeus, is that Zeus, her husband, Hera's husband, when he, kind of like laid eyes on like a nymph, like a beautiful nymph, okay, Hera would already be so jealous, and she would, become vindictive. She would become vindictive and kind of not even playing pranks on the beautiful ladies, the nymphs. She would even kind of like really try to destroy them. Okay, so this is like the shadow side of Hera. And if we put this into context, okay, we're contextualizing it. If we put it into context in the modern world, we do see a lot of women in their marriage could kind of behave like this. So they would be, the jealousy would really come out of them and get the better of them. Okay, they become really emotional, negatively charged, and not in their rational self anymore.
He's on everything that matters right now to try to rein in a lawless rogue president in Donald Trump. Representative Torres is involved from his various perches, his Committee on Financial Services position, the Subcommittee on Digital Assets, things related to national security, illicit finance, international finance, all fall within the bailiwick of Representative Torres. He's also a passionate advocate when it comes to immigration and immigration rights. Again, things that Donald Trump and his administration are negligent over and are rogue about. And it's the Democrats in Congress that are led by Representative Torres, led by Hakeem Jeffries and the rest, that are struggling to try to restrain this president. And I wanted to have him on today and have Representative Torres on today, because as people know, I've got a financial services background. I worked for a company that was in financial services, touched on cryptocurrency. So these are things that, as people know from my reporting, that I'm passionate about and understanding. So let's bring on Representative Torres. How are you today, sir?
It's an honor to be with you.
It's an honor to have you with our audience, for sure. And they're on their edge of their seat about it. You and I, in advance, sort of thought about the things that are in the news, that are important to you, that are important to the American people. And one of the things that we both kind of lit on was in this cryptocurrency scheme. So let me just take 1 second to kind of frame it. Then I'm just going to kick it over to you to talk about what Congress and what you were doing in your leadership role concerning it. We've got a president who, since before the inauguration, during the campaign, first started with non-fungible tokens and those trading cards, that he was going to make some money doing that, and then got into the cryptocurrency world through Steve Witkoff, who's now our de facto Secretary of State, golf buddy of his, who got him involved with a couple of crypto bros, including one that went to prison. And they formed various types of entities, all within the food chain, the ecosystem of cryptocurrency. So Donald Trump has meme coins, right? Where with his likeness or something like it, where he doesn't really care about the value of the meme coin, right? Because he controls the trading platform and the liquidity pool. So he makes the vig on the buy